Good evening and welcome to my karate journey. This is the NCKA final edition. This is the last tournament of the year I just completed. It was down in Fridley, Minnesota. I wound up taking first in all three of my divisions. My divisions were weapons form, open hand form, and point sparring. And I also competed in the non-judge performance division, just kind of as a warm up, which kind of sucked because they had the performance division at start at like 11:30 in the morning, and then my last, well, not last, but my next event didn't even start till almost 2 o'clock, and so they put us all on one ring, which is it's nice in a way. You don't have to move around, but it takes longer when they've got both the younger age underbelts and the older age upper division belts. So you gotta wait for everyone to do theirs to go on the next thing. So I wound up competing. This is the last tournament that I'll be competing in this year. My plan is to compete in the same tournaments next year, with exception of the Battle of Atlanta. I went down there last summer and competed. It's my goal to do one out of state or out of the region tournament per year. And since I did that one last year, I'm not sure if I'm going to do the U.S. Open, because that one's not till like late June, early July, or if I'm going to do another one maybe down in like Texas area. I haven't decided yet. I guess let's wait and see. So today's tournament marks the completion of my 2022. I started 2022 as a blue belt, and I since advanced all the way. Actually, no, I take that back. I started as a purple belt with a blue stripe. I advanced all the way through to red belt, and I should, on the next promotion cycle, which is not this coming Monday. Today is the 13th of November, but the following Monday. So I've got about a week from tomorrow before I have promotion. So I should get my red brown, which is the third belt before black belt. So I've got three more belts to go. So it'll be the fourth. So I've got red brown, and it usually takes about 6 months to go from red brown to brown, and then another 6 months to go from red brown to brown with a single black stripe. Another 6 months to go from single black stripe to double black stripe, and then you start getting in the screening process for black belt. So probably 2 years left, and I'll be getting ready to screen for my black belt. Today's tournament was a good tournament. Smaller turnout than I was expecting. I thought since it was the finals, it'd be much more competitors. I guess depending on which division you were in, would kind of generate who or what would be showing up. So the next tournament that I'm competing in for sure is the Minnesota State Karate Championships, and that's probably going to be March. There might be something in February. I don't know yet. It's not on the schedule. And then our school has its annual intramural tournament in the spring, so I'll compete in that one. That one doesn't. It's not a sanctioned tournament. It's just it's intramural for our school, so I won't get any points for that one. I ended up the season this year with 11,800 points. So for every time you place in your division, you get a certain amount of points. And today's events are all first places, and I think so. I got 800 points. This is a 1A sanctioned tournament, so I got 8, 16, 2,400 points today to cap off my season. It don't really matter much until you get to the black belt divisions, and that's where you start getting into, ratings and whatever. I put all my points in on the NCKA website, which is the North American Sport Karate Association website, and I don't know if many underbelts know that they can do that. You have to be a member of NCKA, but you join it every year, and I think that out of all of my divisions, I am one of only a handful of people. So, in my group, my age, I'm rated number one in the nation on a couple, and number one in the world on a couple others. And that's kind of misleading because there's only a couple people who have their points in. So, obviously, the more tournaments you go, the higher point totals you get. And so, I competed in 6 sanctioned tournaments this year. So, not a bad year. So today, I didn't have anyone to compete with in sparring because I was the only one in my division. I'm 46 years old, so there were some younger people. So I automatically won first place just for showing up. So we got these trophies. This is the one for form, but they're all the same. They look identical. And then, little karate guys on top there. So this was what I got. I got 3 of these today. 2 of them I actually had to compete, and the sparring one I just was automatically awarded first because I was the only one in my division. But I wound up sparring with the kid from one of our other school locations. I don't know, he was probably 24, 23 maybe, and it was just for fun. I mean, he didn't have anyone in his division, I didn't have anyone in my division, so they put us together to spar with each other. And I didn't take it real seriously, I was just kind of having fun. I can't remember if he won 6-5 or if I won 6-5. It doesn't matter, I mean, it was just for fun. But he landed a kick right on my thigh, and normally you have to be the belt and higher, and so I got a little Charlie horse right there on my side, about midway down from my hip to between my hip and my knee, about midway down, a little bit towards the back, not quite in the center, but a little towards the back. He landed a kick there, and so I'm gonna have a bruise and probably a little Charlie horse the rest of the night. I'm a little stiff and sore, mostly because I'm not 20 years old anymore. So it was fun. I also did performance. Performance is just for fun, and I did it today just for practice for my actual competition, because I haven't done the form that I used to compete with very much. It's a form called Noriuk, which is the form we use for Mega Team. So I did that one. I had a lot of fun with it. But as you can probably hear, my voice is gone. I have like 0 voice right now because I was like screaming really loud. I mean, it's the final tournament of the year, and you gotta let it all hang out. I mean, if you don't do it now, I mean, when are you gonna do it? So I was like, hi-yah, screaming, hi-yah, trying to be real intense and have fun with it. So, next spring, as the new season starts, I just checked the website that we use to register for tournaments, and as of today, their 2023 schedule isn't posted yet. So I don't know when I'm going to be doing it. I haven't decided yet, may or may not be going up to Sault Ste. Marie, which is about a 10-hour drive from my house, to compete in a tournament called the Icebreaker Challengers. I can't remember. I think Icebreaker something. And reading through the rules, they don't allow face shields for sparring, which is, at my school, they require face shields for everyone under black belt is required. And then after you reach the black belt, if you're over 18, it's optional. And I don't really want to go and get a fat lip, bust my nose, get a black eye, So if they don't allow face shields, I won't compete in sparring. I'll just compete in my open hand form and weapons forms. It depends. I'll have to find out what the actual rule is, because I'm not really interested in sparring without protective gear. I don't really like to wear the chest protector just because it kind of hinders you a little bit. But when you're dealing with guys that are all amped up and having fun and playing hard, it's kind of nice to have that little pad to absorb some of the impact. So the sparring match was just for fun. So points don't matter. It was just a fun thing. And there was a girl. She's from one of our other schools down in the Twin Cities area, and her and I were talking. We both competed at the Battle of Atlanta, and I saw her compete there, and I think she just turned 18 maybe. And so we were having a little conversation about some of she's competed in all over the world, and she's only in brown belt, so she's gonna be. I think she said either will or has just competed in Wales, of all places, and she said next year the tournament is gonna be in Canada, which from Canada to here is not that far. It's like a 7-hour drive from my house to Canada, into Manitoba. But there's, Canada's a huge country and has several provinces. I don't know if it's in Toronto or Vancouver, but it's somewhere in Canada. And then she said the year after that it's in Greece. So that's pretty cool. I was like, my goal is to compete in one out of location tournament every year, but I haven't even considered going, out of the country to an international tournament. So I don't know. There's the compete tournament, which is a NCKA tournament, 6A division, or 6A sanction, but that is in February, and I don't really have the funds saved up to take a trip out to California. I really have no desire to go to California. It's too expensive, for one, and it's out in Ontario, California, which is about hour and a half maybe from Los Angeles, out in the desert. So I'm probably gonna either go to U.S. Open, or I'm gonna go to a tournament down southern United States. Just depends. Probably not till like June, July, because the U.S. Open's in June. So I've competed in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown tournaments, and that's the Diamond Nationals. I've competed in that twice. The first time I just competed on the intramural side, just because my school hosts it, so I just competed on their side because they have Friday, which is only open to my school, and there's like 30 locations from my school, and it's only open to those students, and it's only open to red, brown, and below. It's not open to brown belt or black belt. And then and I competed in that one this year, but I didn't compete on the intramural side. I only competed on the open side, which is open to the whole world. And there was like 8 guys in my division, and we were all 35 and up. So we're all calling ourselves the Bengay Brigade or Team Bengay, or silly names because we're all older guys. And Atlanta, Battle of Atlanta is also those are the 2 tournaments. So I haven't decided yet. Probably U.S. Open, maybe something down in Dallas area, but that remains to be seen. So enjoy the videos that I just put together. Most of them, it's just open hand and the weapons for them. Sparring one was just for fun, so wasn't really taking it real serious. And then performance division. So thanks for watching my karate journey, the NCKA Finals Edition. I probably won't post another video until after the next tournament, unless something changes between now and then. So thanks for watching, and have a good day.
Center referees, if you have your juniors, again, please remember, if they do not receive a trophy, they need to receive a medal. And so the finalists need a medal, a competitor's medal. So if you do not have any at your ring, you could look to a ring by you and just grab, because they were all put out and some rings ended up with more than you needed. So there should be plenty, but if you would take a moment and just look around and grab those so your guys get their medals. And then as a reminder, the trophy table is upstairs with Mr. Don Doris. So you bring your card upstairs and he will get you your trophy and he'll be very happy to put your name on it for you. Thank you so much. Or in our black belts, you can also engrave your medals. So your black belt divisional medals, we can take care of those for you too if you like that. Thank you.
Seven, Roy Schaefer, who's representing the 7-minute martial arts. Your ready is beginning.
My name is Kelly. My form is She Young Mo. Ready, go! Where